Hey everybody, if you're tuning in after one of our how to plant microgreens videos, this is the next step. So now everything's germinated, it's been covered for 5 days, and we have it all uncovered. I like to top water for the first 1 to 2 waterings depending on the variety, and we also separate our varieties out which ones do better under light immediately and which ones we leave in the dark for a couple days because we want them to stretch up a little bit. So the ones that we leave in the dark are typically the ones that are brassicas or grow like brassicas, so like broccoli, kale, cabbage, arugula here. We like to let that all stretch up. If we give it light right away, it doesn't really get any taller than the tops of the trays, and it makes harvesting really difficult. And we want to cut it away from the top of the soil layer. One of the perks of microgreens over sprouts is we're not getting any of the beneficial biology that works well in the soil that may not work well in us. I just give a quick watering up top, and this has a couple good benefits. It kind of washes away a little bit of the dirt that the greens bring up as they germinate, but also there's always a few straggler seeds behind. And this little bit of water on top helps them finish popping out of their seeds. Whereas if we bottom water right away, those seedlings probably wouldn't make it, and then they're just kind of a risk for contamination as they die. Let's go through quick, tray by tray. It's kind of a little seedling wash. I notice the stems are a little bit thicker when I do this too. The plants are a little more vigorous off the bat, whereas they grow a little thinner, a little more leggy if we bottom water right away. And a common issue with sunflower seeds, especially if you're growing organic sunflower seeds, is you'll get little bits of mold coming off the seed pods or shells. And just this little bit of water is usually enough to kind of break that up, and it allows the beneficial biology in our living soil to kind of take it over, outcompete it, and eat it. So then by harvest time, we never have any molding issues with the sunflowers. When we first started growing microgreens, we tried dilute hydrogen peroxide on those spots, but we found there was not really any difference to water. And with water, I always felt comfortable kind of hitting it heavier. And I think that mechanical action of breaking up those little tiny spiderwebby mold spots is what allows the good biology in our soil to kind of take it over. The hydrogen peroxide, I would just kind of spray it, worrying about spraying too much. And it just didn't do the job. So I actually had better success just using water as opposed to like a hydrogen peroxide, sorry. And arugula, this is a really good one to top water immediately, because we found you really have to cover these seeds with a thin layer of soil because they're gelatinous, so they'll stick to your trays, and a lot of times that'll get moldy. They kind of get gelatinous and form these clumps where oxygen can't get through. But once we started doing a thin dusting of soil on top of the seeds, we went like right up to 100% success with the arugula. But because those seedlings are gelatinous, the soil really likes to stick to them. So the arugula I definitely top water the first 2 times to make sure I get them a lot cleaner. We had pretty good germination rate this week. I don't see any of those straggling seeds that this really benefits. Everything looks good. Another perk is top watering is way faster than bottom watering, so the first two waterings are a piece of cake. Thanks for watching, everybody.